Good morning, my dear students. So in this PPT I'm going to explain you the working of positive crankcase ventilation system, okay, in a vehicle. Okay, so this system, the main purpose of this system is used to reduce the amount of pollutant emission by the vehicle. Okay, now so it will reduce the unburnt fuel gases which will be released in the environment. Okay, so first question is, what does the positive crankcase ventilation system means? So what is the meaning of this? So it is a system that was developed to remove the harmful vapors from the engine and to prevent those vapors from being expelled into the atmosphere. So it will control the harmful gases which will be reduced by the vehicle, and it will prevent those vapors from the being expelled into the atmosphere. So it will control the spreading of that harmful gases into the environment. Okay, so it is shortly called as PCV. The PCV wall is an effective as both a crankcase ventilation system and as pollutant control device. Okay, now so in crankcase ventilation, whether it is necessary in all the vehicles, so yes, it is necessary. So positive crankcase ventilation system is a requirement for almost every gas powered combustion engine found in the cars. Okay, so but how it utilized in the modern days, in what could be harming your engine. So this is necessary for in almost all the engine, but we have to use properly. Okay, so how does a crankcase ventilation system work? So how will it work? Okay, now what does it do? So what is the main function of this? Okay, so the main function of this is it will allow the blow by gases consisting of the combustion product and the oil vapors to be vented through a positive crankcase ventilation valve out of the crankcase. Okay, it separates the oil drops and oil mixed from the ventilated air. Okay, now blow by gases means harmful gases will be released by the vehicle, so it will control that. Okay, so we will study the working of this crankcase ventilation system. Okay, so how do I lower the crankcase my crankcase pressure in a vehicle? Okay, now the best way to minimize the crankcase vapor pressure is the blow by gas is to seal the engine as efficiently as possible from the cylinder pressure. Okay, and one way is to minimize the ring end gap of the custom setting and the end of the gaps on the top two rings to fit on the way the engine will be run. Okay, so normally in the combustion engine the piston is tightened. Normally the combustion engine, here the piston is here in the cylinder, there is a piston will be there, so it will not tight among in the piston and the cylinder gap, the blowback gas will be expelled out. So reduce that, so this PCV wall is used. Okay, can be PCV wall can be cleaned? Yes, if your vehicle PCV wall is not working, you can clean it yourself by immersing it in a carburetor cleaner or solvent. Your auto supply store the deemed suitable, therefore it should be a gummy deposit or discoloration on the clean wall, so you can clean yourself from the vehicle. Okay, no problem for that. So here, what is the meaning of this positive crankcase ventilation system, that is shortly called as PCV? So here it is the combustion produces high pressure in a cylinder. Due to high pressure, a combustion takes place in the cylinder, and some of the pressurized gas leaks past the piston ring into the crankcase. Okay, now if here I shown here in the diagram, see in the near the cylinder there is a piston. Due to high pressure, combustion takes place. Due to combustion, so some small amount of the fuel will not burn, so that type of unburned fuel will leakage from the piston gap. Okay, now from that gap, even a new engine also known as blowback gas, so that gas is called as blowback gases that will be released from the piston end. Okay, now in a older vehicles had a breather tube that vented these gases into the atmosphere. Nowadays these PCV systems are not there. That time directly they will release in the environment. Due to that it will affect on the health. Okay, the modern vehicles are fitted within PCV system, so nowadays it is not problem. Okay, and vacuum is used to suck the blow way out of the crankcase and it into the intake manifold to the unburned. So, okay, na? So that will be burned and unburned again. So fresh air replaces the gases in the crankcase, and the system operates regularly by the PCV wall, and this system is repeated. So same I shown in the figure here. Okay, now here they consist of an here it will be fixed near to the one end engine and one another end is cylinder. Okay, now so fresh air mixed with the blowback gases in the crankcase system. So normally when the released out that unburnt that blowback gas, when it is released again, fresh air is enter into the that within inlet wall, so again it will mix up with an airflow, then it will go into the engine cylinder, then there will be a burn takes place. Okay, now that again it will go out in the exhaust gas into the atmosphere. Okay, So here that is the main function of this. So the wall, the PC wall is spring loaded devices with an engine specific orifice size, and the wall is sealed shut when an engine is stopped to prevent the backfires. Okay, and at the engine idle speed, when the engine is not working, the maximum vacuum defeats spring pressure and the plunger moves to the other end of the wall, allowing a minimum vapor flow. Okay, and at the normal engine speed, lower the vacuum level, allow the plunger to move the central position, and the maximum vapor flow occurs. Okay, so by you, what are the advantage of this crankcase ventilation, positive crankcase ventilation system is it will remove the crankcase emission. Okay, now during the crankcase blower gases will be there that will be removed while running the vehicle. So that is the main advantage of this, and keep the system free from the moisture. It will always keep the system moisture. Okay, from the free from the moisture. Okay, and also it is its mechanism is very important for preventing the appearance of the engine corrosion. In my opinion, this is almost important task of the PCB wall. So by using PCB wall, we can control the pollutant. Okay, that is what waste gases produced by the vehicle. And so everywhere there is a disadvantages for this also. The main drawback of this is pieces that blowback vapors could still back up at high engine speed and the load and escape into the atmosphere through the oil filler cap or wall or cover breather. Okay, now even if you using PCB system also, but little amount of blowback gases will release into the atmosphere when the engine speed is high. Okay, that is a one disadvantage is there. Okay, now, and the users means it is almost all used in all the vehicles, but it is not in small vehicles. They are using car. Okay, now this low weighted vehicles not used this in a truck system. Okay, so this you just to understand that PCB system is nothing but it will control, it will control the harmful gases which will be reduced by the vehicle. Okay, now this is very important for the PCB wall, and this question is very important. Okay, now explain with a neat sketch positive crankcase ventilation system. Okay, so just to remember this, it will control the harmful gases, or it will not release into the environment. Okay, now that is the main function in. Okay, now I hope you understand this. Thank you.